11 hair myths that prevent you from growing long hair. Thanks to the internet, we have multiple sources for any information we need. There are numerous blogs and articles where you can find multiple advice and product recommendations. So naturally, we believe some of the things we hear and base our hair care on this information. But which of the so-called hair facts are true and which aren't? We figured out which popular statements about hair care you should stop believing. Myth number 11. Too many lost hairs is always bad. Every day, about 150 to 200 hairs fall from our head. However, twice a year, usually in spring and in fall, our hair goes through a phase called telogen, also known as the resting phase of the hair follicle. During this stage, it is not growing anymore and lies on our heads. This is why hairs then fall off in such big amounts. Then new hairs, the anagen stage, start to appear in the emptied hair follicles. That means that there's nothing serious to worry about. However, if you notice that significant hair loss occurs more than twice a year and for longer than a month, it's time to ring the alarm. The possible reasons might be connected with pregnancy, physical and emotional stress, dramatic weight loss, and other changes your system may go through. Be sure to visit the doctor and find out what causes this problem and how it can be solved. Myth number 10. Some products can make your hair grow faster. Unfortunately, that's wrong, and this goes for both hair products of any kind and homemade masks. Even the most powerful hormonal drugs can't force cells to divide at a higher speed, which is why no cosmetic products can make your hair grow faster. The growth speed is a genetic trait, and it is usually 0.5 inch a month. Take care of the hair properly and avoid its breakage. That will make your hair grow at its maximum natural speed possible. Try to use only the essentials. Too many procedures aren't good for your hair as well. Myth number 9. Shampoo and conditioner should be applied to the entire hair length. We hear this quite often, but it's not true. This particular myth comes from a misunderstanding of the actual functions of both of these products. See, in fact, shampoo is a product for cleansing, not the hair, but the scalp, and that is why it should be applied to the roots. The foam and shampoo leftovers that are on the hair while rinsing will be enough to cleanse the whole hair length. However, it's vice versa with conditioner. You should apply it only to the hair itself. Hair roots are naturally healthier and get oily much quicker, and so the moisturizing effect of a conditioner is not needed. There's also a small life hack for those of you who have long hair. Try using conditioner on your ends before shampooing. Just apply a little bit of it, run it through the ends, and then rinse. This procedure will moisture the ends and make them smoother. Myth number 8. Blow drying spoils hair. This statement is only partially true. Hair dryers, as well as different hair curlers, negatively affect only bare hair, hair that is not protected by any styling products. If you use special cosmetic products for hairstyling, such as a hair foam or some thermal protection, you don't need to worry about the health of your hair. But it doesn't mean that you should choose the hottest setting on your blow dryer and go for it. Moderation is the key here. The best way to do it is to hold the blow dryer about 6 inches from your hair. If you prefer the air drying, remember not to rub your hair intensely with a towel and twist it. It not only tangles the hair, but also makes it way more fragile. It's better just to apply some hydrating serum on the ends and leave it just like that. Your hair will thank you. Myth number 7. The more you cut your hair, the faster it grows. Just like with the hair care products, this approach doesn't work. And the explanation is simple. Since our hair grows from the roots and not from the ends, a haircut doesn't affect growth speed at all. In some ways, regular hair cutting does improve its state. When you remove the split ends, your hairs start to look way healthier and even a bit thicker. So the power of a good haircut definitely shouldn't be underestimated. Therefore, it still has its boundaries. While we're on the top of such myths, you should also know that shaving your head doesn't affect hair density since the number of hair follicles is a genetic trait. Just rock whatever nature gave you and take good care of it. Myth number 6. If you cut your child's hair before she turns 1, her hair will become thicker. It's true that a baby's hair looks more like fluff and is often devoid of pigment. If you cut a baby's hair, it will start growing with a structure resembling that of adult hair. That's where the illusion of a baby's hair getting thicker comes from. In fact, thicker and denser hair will start growing on a baby's head anyway, irrespective of whether you cut the baby's hair or not. Usually, babies lose some of the hair or all of it around 4 months of age or later. Then, new adult hairs start to grow, and they can have a different structure and color from the previous ones. Still, the thickness of it doesn't change that much. I guess there's no way to escape the genetics. Myth number 5. Keratin straightening is good for your hair. The actual possibility of keratin straightening sounds very attractive, but in fact, it's way more dangerous for your hair than you may think. Of course, the formula composition for keratin straightening has improved over the years. Initially, it contained formaldehyde, used in autopsies. Today, the formula contains the same elements that were used by our mothers for chemical waving, and they destroy the hair structure. Therefore, keratin straightening is not a healthy procedure for taking care of your hair, but a cosmetic procedure to give your hair visual appeal. Does it worth it to damage the hair's health for some visual effect? Tons of home remedies can make your hair look gorgeous and give it all the additional vitamins they need. So think twice before doing keratin straightening. You may regret it later. Myth number 4. Blonde girls have less hair than brunettes. Dark hair always looks very thick, but unfortunately, that's not that common for blonde hair. And that's when this fact was born. Blonde girls simply have less hair. In fact, it's not true at all. Scientists have discovered that blondes have more hair than brunettes and redheads. However, their hair is much thinner, and that's where the illusion of less hair comes from. That's the main reason why natural blondes can rarely boast about their thick and dense hair, while redheads always cause sighs of envy. Meanwhile, redheads have the least amount of hair, but it is the thickest and the strongest, and these qualities give them such a healthy look. Just one more reason to wish you were born a redhead. Myth number 3. Permanently wearing ponytails or buns provoke hair loss. Sometimes it is quite necessary to make a quick ponytail or bun. However, it is believed to be damaging to the hair. Don't hurry to throw all the scrunchies you have away because this is not true. This fact proves to be right only if you tighten your hair so much that your head starts to feel pain. Over-tightening may easily damage your hair follicles, which will most certainly lead to the hair loss. But don't worry, the hairdo itself is completely safe and won't cause any harm to your hair. Moreover, a neat ponytail will protect it from possible damage. Myth number 2. Dandruff is contagious. This misconception couldn't be further away from the actual truth. Dandruff is a sign of the extra work of your sebaceous glands, due to which an extra amount of exfoliated skin particles appears. That's why you can't get infected with dandruff by trying on another person's cap or by borrowing his comb. Unfortunately, the possible reasons for dandruff are still unclear. It may be genetics, environmental factors, or something to do with the hormones. So don't forget about the rules of personal hygiene. If you already have dandruff, don't freak out. There are multiple products and even remedies that can be done at home that will help you get rid of this problem. Myth number 1. Men's hair differs from women's hair. In fact, the anatomical structure of men's and women's hair is identical. The difference lies in the way we treat our hair. Women's hair gets thinner due to constant styling, dyeing, and different experiments in hair salons. Men, in their turn, are more conservative when it comes to taking care of and styling their hair and hairdos, which is why their hair more often stays denser and healthier. Another interesting fact, men's and women's shampoos have pretty much the same ingredients as well. The main difference is just the scent. So, don't let the marketing fool you. There's no significant distinction between men's and women's hair products. Which of these myths surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends.